to the left when I'm on the sidewalk, still leaving gaps in the middle of our small talk. My hand keeps reaching for a ghost in the air. Forgot for a second that you aren't there. The rhythm of us was the only one I knew. I was a shadow just following you. Now the sun is high and the ground is wide, and I've got nowhere left to hide. My knees are shaking on the gravel path, calculating the aftermath. It's a heavy gravity, a pull to the floor when you don't have a hand to hold anymore. I'm learning to walk alone through the dark, trying to find my own way through the park, without your heartbeat setting the pace, without the map of your beautiful face. One step forward, two steps back, trying to stay on a one-way track. It's a shaky start on a road of stone, just me learning to walk alone. I went to the store just to buy some bread. How is the family? The clerk softly said. I stumbled on the weed, I choked on the eye, looked at the ceiling so I wouldn't cry. I'm finding my balance, I'm finding my feet, but the air feels thinner on every street. I used to be half of a moving machine, now I'm just a glitch in a lonely scene. I don't have to ask which way to turn, but that's the freedom I didn't want to earn. The solitude is a blistering wind, a brand new life with the old one thin. I'm treading the earth like it's made of glass, watching the versions of us slowly pass. The sun went down like a heavy stone in a house that suddenly feels overgrown, with a silence that's thicker than the winter air. I'm avoiding the kitchen, avoiding your chair. I made a dinner for two by mistake, and I stared at the steam till my heart started to ache. The leftovers are sitting like a mountain of lead. I'm terrified of the walk to the bed. I'm checking the locks on the windows and doors, listen for footsteps that aren't even yours. The shadows are stretching, the hallway is wide, and there's nowhere for a lonely heart to hide. It's the first night without you, the hardest of all. Watching the darkness lean into the wall. I'm reaching for a hand that isn't there to hold. The sheets are a desert, bitter and cold. I'm counting the minutes, I'm I turned on the TV to drown out the ghost, but it's playing that movie you love the most. The characters are laughing, the music is bright, while I'm losing a war in the middle of the night. I found your hair tie on the bathroom floor, a tiny reminder of the evermore. I held it so tight till the elastic snapped in a house where the memories are finally trapped. They say that the first is the deepest of cuts, that the mind eventually closes the huts. But right now the wound is wide open and red, and I'm haunting the spaces where we once were led. I'm wide awake, staring at the ceiling's cracks, waiting for a feeling that isn't coming back. The sunlight's cutting patterns on the kitchen floor in a way it never did when you walk through the door. I'm standing by the counter, reaching for too much before I catch the silence in the memory tugs. The kettle's starting to whistle, a lonely high-pitched scream, breaking through the edges of a half-forgotten dream. I bought the sourdough you like, the one with the crust. Now it's sitting on the breadboard, gathering dust. I'm staring at the butter, watching it melt, thinking about the hand that I was recently dealt. The radio is humming a song about a week, but there's only one shadow sitting here with me. It's the unshared breakfast that hurt the most. Butter in the bread for a beautiful ghost. The eggs are getting cold, the coffee's turned black, and no amount of wishing is gonna bring you back. I'm sitting at the head of a table for one, waiting for the damage to finally be done. I'm mourning without a good morning to say, just unshared breakfast sat at the start of the day. To complain about the crumbs you leave behind. Now I'd give anything just to have that kind of fun. A messy little trail of the life that we led before the I love yous were left entirely unsaid. I checked the weather report on the back of the news, wondering if you're wearing those old brown shoes. Are you eating alone in a booth for a stranger? Are you finally safe from my heart and its danger? The jam is too sweet and the juice is too tight when you're swallowing the pieces of a broken heart. I could skip the meal, I could stay in the dark, but the hunger for us always leaves a mark. So I'll chew on the regret and I'll sip on the wine underneath the sunny and a mocking sky. Typed the digits in the glowing white bar, sitting in the driveway of my silent car. I didn't hit go, I just watched the blue line stretch across the city to a life that isn't mine. It's only 7 miles, 20 minutes away, but it feels like a planet in a different bay. I'm memorizing terms I'm not allowed to take, a mental navigation of a physical lake. There's a tree in the yard and a fence painted white. Do you leave on the lamp in the middle of the night? Is the driveway narrow? Is the doorbell loud? Are you hidden away from the rest of the crowd? I'm staring at the map to your new house, quiet as a shadow, quiet as a mouse, tracing the streets where I don't belong, to a place where the us went wrong. It's a satellite view of a world without me, a digital ghost of what we used to be. I know the coordinates, I know the street, but I'm lost in the miles of a bitter defeat, just staring at the map to your new house. Who helped you carry the boxes? Who's fixing the leaks and who's changing the locks? Does the sunlight hit the bedroom at 10? Do you think of the porch that we sat on back then? I saw a sold sign on a street nearby, and I felt a cold shiver under the sky. You're building a kitchen, you're hanging a frame in a house that will never even know my name. I could drive there right now, I could pull to the curb, but I'm terrified of the peace I disturb. You've got a new zip code, a brand new start, while I'm still living in the wreckage of my heart. So I'll zoom in close till the roof is a blur, and imagine the person you're becoming with her. And I'm staring at the map to your new house, quiet as a shadow, quiet as a mouse, tracing the streets where I don't belong, the bridge to a place where the us went wrong. It's a satellite view of a world without me, a digital ghost of what we used to be. I know the coordinates, I know the street, but I'm lost in the miles of a bitter defeat, just staring at the map to your new house. Passed you today on the corner of 3rd. I opened my mouth, but I didn't say a word. You were wearing that coat with the missing button, the one I promised to fix, but I guess I've forgotten. You looked at your watch, then you looked at the sky with the same distant look in your beautiful eye. But you didn't see me, or you chose not to see the ghost of the person I used to be. It's a heavy kind of magic that trick of the light to go from a forever to out of my sight. From knowing your dreams to not knowing your day. In a heartbeat we're miles and miles away. Now we're just strangers again with a history book between the hello and the way that you look. I know how you take your coffee at 4, but I don't know the code to your new front door. We're an archive of secrets, a library of pain, walking in circles in the pouring rain. It's a long way to fall from a lover and friend back to being strangers again. I saw your mom's post on a social feed, a life full of updates I didn't quite need. You've got a new dog and a haircut that's short. I'm a silent observer, a ghost in the court. I remember the way that your pulse used to jump against my own palm with a rhythmic thump. Now I'm just a face in a crowded cafe, a name that you've managed to wash right away. Do you ever start typing, then hit the delete when you see a blue car on a familiar street? Or have you scrubbed the us from your memory banks, leaving me here with the no's and the thanks? It's a cruel kind of math, a subtraction of soul, to be half of a person who used to be whole. I pulled out the driveway and reached to the right to change the radio station from the heat of the night. My hand hit the fabric, cold and so still, a hollowed out space that I can't seem to fill. I used to complain about your bags on the floor and the way that you'd slam that heavy car door. Now the silence is screaming, the dashboard is gray, and I'm driving in circles just to get through the day. I'm checking the mirror to see if you're there, but I'm just making eye contact with empty air. The seatbelt is buckled to stop the alarm, but it's not the same as the weight of your arm. It's the void in the passenger seat, driving through rain on a one-way street. A ghost of a person, a smidge on the glass, watching the world and the memories pass. I'm talking to shells, I'm humming our tune. by the diner, the one with the shakes. I almost pulled over for old time's sake. I started to ask if you wanted a fry, then I caught my reflection and started to cry. The glove box is holding your old pair of shades while the light on the highway flickers and fades. You left a receipt from a trip to the coast. Now it's just fuel for a beautiful ghost. I could pick up a stranger, I could give someone a lift, but nobody's shadow can cover this rift. I'm steering through wreckage, I'm shifting the gears through a windshield that's blurry with salt and with fears. The engine is humming a low, steady whine underneath the hollow and the motionless sky. I'm cleaning out the cupboard of the life we made, watching all the bright parts start to fade. I found a box of tea that you used to brew, and a half-written letter addressed to you. I don't know where to put all this extra care. It's like trying to breathe in a room with no air. I've got a reservoir of how's your day, with no one to listen and nothing to say. It's a surplus of kindness, a mountain of gold, in a heart that's grown bitter and suddenly old. I'm a storehouse of secrets with nowhere to go, just a heavy collection of things you should know. I'm drowning in leftover love, a pile of us, turning to ashes and turning to rust. It's the I love you stuck at the back of my throat, the warm heavy fabric of your winter coat. I've got too much affection and no place to land, just the ghost of a touch on the palm of my hand. It's a beautiful burden, a fit and a glove, stuck with the weight of this leftover love. I saw a funny meme and I went to share. Then I remembered the silence that lives in the air. I've got a weekend of plans that I haven't cancelled yet, and 1,000 tiny details I can't quite forget. I'm still protecting your side of the bed, keeping the forever alive in my head. But love without a lover is a fire in the rain, a slow motion burn of a physical pain. Do I give it to a stranger? Do I throw it in the sea? This version of me that was built to be we. It's a heavy inheritance, a debt I can't pay, while I watch the best parts of me wither away. I'm drowning in leftover love, a pile of us, turning to ashes and turning to rust. It's the I love you stuck at the back of my throat, the warm heavy fabric of your winter coat. I've got too much affection and no place to land, just the ghost of a touch on the palm of my hand. It's a beautiful burden, a fit and a glove, stuck with the weight of this leftover love. The tape is peeling off the bedroom floor, where we measured out the space for a chest of drawers. The echo in the kitchen is a jagged sound since I pulled the rugs up off the ground. I'm signing papers in a shaky hand, dividing up the life that we both had planned. 12 months of us turned into 60 days to find a brand new exit from this hollow maze. I'm handing back the keys to a dream we sold in a hallway that's grown bitter and suddenly cold. The landlord doesn't care about the why or the when. He's just looking for a tenant to start over again. It's a broken lease and a shattered heart, tearing out forever and the always apart. We had a contract and a coat of blue paint. Now I'm just a sinner and you're just a saint. I'm packing up the kitchen, I'm clearing the shelf of the person I was when I wasn't myself. It's a legal disaster, a paper-thin piece, trying to survive this broken lease. I found your height mark on the pantry door. I can't believe we don't live here anymore. The mail is still coming with both of our names, playing those cruel little memory games. I'm arguing over the sofa? Who gets the chair? Who gets the silence in the middle of the air? I'll take the boxes and you take the cat. But how do we divide love like that? It's a breach of the spirit, a crack in the wall, watching the kingdom finally fall. Needles jumping on the edge of the groove. I'm standing frozen, I forgot how to move. We had a rhythm, a low burning hum, a steady heartbeat like a soft beating drum. But the radio's static and the speakers are blown. I'm humming a melody all on my own. The vinyl is warped and the lyrics are frayed, like a beautiful record that's been overplayed. I keep waiting for the chords to kick back in, to feel the vibration beneath my skin. But there's a skip in the story, a crack in the glass, watching the ghosts of our harmonies pass. It was the day the music stopped in the hall. The silence hit harder than the rise and the fall. No more I love you set to a tune, just a quiet apartment in the middle of June. The orchestra's packed up and headed for home, leaving me here with a metronome. One heavy beat, one bitter wide, underneath a hollow and a songless sky. Yeah, I'm still dancing, but the rhythm is cropped since the day the music stopped. Found your playlist, the one for the drive, back when we felt like we were truly alive. I hit the play button but I couldn't breathe, knowing the ending was tucked in your sleeve. The piano is dusty, the strings are all slack. I'm reaching for notes that aren't coming back. It's a mute kind of torture, a deafening grief, a song with no bridge and a heart with no relief. Silence is golden and sweet, but it feels like the concrete underneath my feet. I'm shouting for mercy, I'm screaming for sound, but the volume is zero and I'm hitting the ground. A symphony broken, a masterpiece torn, a world where the music was never even born. It was the day the music stopped in the hall. The silence hit harder than the rise and the fall. No more I love you set to a tune, just a quiet apartment in the middle of June. The orchestra's packed up and headed for home, leaving me here with a metronome. One heavy beat, one bitter wide, underneath a hollow and a songless sky. Yeah, I'm still dancing, but the rhythm is cropped since the day the music stopped. I'm sitting in the driveway, the engine killed, staring at the garden that we never tilled. The brass is heavy in the palm of my hand, a tiny piece of metal, a kingdom of sand. I remember the day that you gave it to me, the one to my heart and the front door you said with a plea. Now it's just a jagged bit of cold hard steel that doesn't fit the way I'm supposed to feel. I'm walking up the path, but I don't ring the bell. I'm a ghost in a story I don't wanna tell. The mat still says welcome, but I know it's a lie. Underneath the weight of this gray blue sky, I'm returning your keys, giving back the ghost, leaving the part of you I love the most on the little hook by the side of the frame, where I won't have to whisper the sound of your name. It's the click of the lock, it's the end of the lease, a final surrender, a hollowed out piece. No more coming home, no more is it me, just a quiet vibration in returning your keys. I thought about keeping it just for a night, to know I could enter and turn on the light. If the world got too heavy or the winter too deep, to find a familiar place I could sleep. But that's a different version, a different life, before the forever was cut by a knife. So I'll drop it on the counter next to the mail and try not to look like I'm starting to fail. It's lighter than a feather, but it weighs a ton, to admit that the earth is finally done. I'm locking myself out of the only home I knew, trading my access for a world without you. One little turn, one final click. The silence is heavy and the air is too thick. Thought I knew the shape of being by myself, like an old dusty book on a high-up shelf. I've done the solo dinners and the movies for one, before you ever happened, before we were begun. But this isn't the quiet that I used to know. It's a different vibration, a heavier low. It's not just an absence, it's a presence of gone that sits on my chest from the dusk till the dawn. I used to be fine in the space of a room, but now every corner is a shadow of doom. It's a crowded apartment where nobody speaks, and the to the park where the families play, and I felt like a planet that drifted away. I see a young couple and I want to shout, be careful of the light before it goes out, because once you've been weak, you can't just be high without feeling the weight of a lead-colored sky. It's the almost and it used to be keeping me up like the bitterest dregs at the base of the cup. It's a sharper edge, it's a colder wind than the life I was living before we thinned. I'm relearning the me that I thought was so strong, but I'm finding out now that I had it all wrong. I wasn't just me, I was a part of the whole. Now I'm just a fragment of a fractured soul. The front door clicked with a finality that rewrote the laws of my gravity. I'm standing still in the center of the hall, watching your shadow retreat down the wall. I heard the engine start, then the gravel crunch, then a hollowed out feeling, a physical punch. Now the house is alone that forgot how to breathe, in the wake of the moment you decided to leave. I'm waiting for the ringing in my ears to stop, waiting for the other heavy shoe to drop. But the air is a curtain, thick and gray, covering the forever that you threw away. It's the silence after the goodbye, it's louder than a scream or a thunderous sky. It's a ringing in the kitchen, a hum in the floor, the ghost of the hinges on the bedroom door. I'm a statue of salt in a desert of blue, tangled in the quiet that replaced you. Yeah, the words were heavy, but the none is worse. A beautiful song turned into a curse. In the silence after the goodbye. I went to the sink to wash out your cup, but I couldn't bring myself to pick it up, because the clink of the glass would be too much to bear in a room that's suddenly gasping for air. The clock on the mantel is a hammer on a nail, a rhythmic reminder that I'm starting to fail. I used to love the peace and the calm of the night. Now I'm terrified of the lack of the light. Say something, anything, even a lie. Break this glass ceiling under the sky. I take the shout and I take the I hate you over this nothing that's trying to date you, me. It's a vacuum of soul, it's a freezing of time, a slow motion witness to a victimless crime. I'm still waking up on the left-hand side, leaving a gap that's 3 feet wide. I went to the kitchen and I saw the mail, a magazine for you, a paper-thin trail of a life that moved on while I'm standing still, like a ghost in a house with no power or will. I used to mark Friday for dinner and wine. Now I'm just marking the passage of time. The calendar's heavy, the ink is a blur between the we are and the way that we were. I'm a mathematician of misery and regret, solving for the things I haven't lost yet. I'm counting the days since you walked out the door, since the sound of your keys isn't heard anymore. It's been 14 mornings and a lifetime of nights in a city of shadows and flickering lights. I'm tallying scars like they're lines on a wall, waiting for the minute I don't feel the fall. Yeah, the numbers are rising, but the heart is so dense. Just counting the days since you started to make sense without me. Day 23 and I'm finally clean. The coffee stain counter where we used to lean. I found a receipt from a movie in May, before the forever was traded away. I wonder if you're doing the arithmetic too, subtracting the me from the version of you. Or are you at zero, a brand new start, while I'm in the thousands in the back of my heart? Is there a number where the hurting just stops, where the anchor finally hits the bottom and drops? Or am I just infinite, a loop in the dark, a fire that's looking for a long extinct spark? I'm adding the hours, I'm doubling the why, underneath a hollow and emotionless sky. There's a rectangular ghost on the floor print wall, a shade of the paint that didn't fade at all. I took down the glass where we leaned by the lake before the forever started to shake. Now the nail's just sitting there, lonely and bare, holding up nothing but cold, heavy air. I keep the photo tucked deep in a drawer, 'cause I can't look at us and our happy anymore. I'm staring at the wood, at the dust in the seams, at the border of all of our hollowed out dreams. It's a window to a room that doesn't exist, a silhouette made of the things that I missed. It's just the empty picture frame on the shelf, reflecting a version of my broken self, a gallery of almost and used to be mine, trapped in the edges of a wooden design. I'm looking for the color, looking for the light, but it's just a white square in the middle of the night. Yeah, the memory's gone, but the border remains in the empty picture frame of our remains. I thought about filling a space with a view of a mountain or ocean, something without you. But every landscape looks like a lie compared to the way you looked under that sky. So I leave it wide open, a hole in the room, a wooden rimmed witness to a quiet kind of doom. I used to see a future when I looked at that spot. Now I just see the is and the is fucking eyes that I'm making see. Or is it a sign that I'm finally crossing the finish line? But the emptiness is heavy, then nothing is loud, like a lightning bolt hidden inside of a cloud. I'm waiting for the image to reappear, but the glass is just foggy with a year's worth of tears. The boxes are lined up like soldiers in the hall, brown cardboard borders against the kitchen wall. We're sitting on the carpet where we used to dream. Now we're just two players on a different team. I reach for the spine of that old poetry book, but I can't bring myself to give it a look. Your name's on the inside, mine's on the leaf, a paper-thin witness to a mountain of grief. You take the Hemingway, I'll take the Stein. Searching for the border between yours and mine. But how do I separate the things that we read when every last chapter is a story we lead? We're dividing the books, tearing pages into a library of me and a library of you. I'm keeping the thrillers, you're keeping the art, but who gets the chapters we wrote in our heart? It's a heavy collection of once upon a time, a rhythm of sorrow with no reason or rhyme, stacking the was and the could have been hide, dividing the books as we say our goodbye. You found the cookbook with the stains on the page from that night in December before the cold age. The recipes for always and dinner for two are just bitter reminders of the things we won't do. You put it in your box, I don't say a word. The loudest silence I've ever heard is the sliding of paper and the taping of seams in the graveyard of all of our paper-bound dreams. There's a shelf that is empty, a gap on the wall, a hollowed out space where we had it all. I wanna suggest that we keep them together to protect all these words from the change in the weather. But the lease is up and the ink is all dry, and a book with no reader is a slow motion cry. I saw our old neighbor at the light today. He asked how you were in that casual way. I felt the air vanish, I felt the world tilt under the weight of the silence we built. I bit my tongue till I tasted the copper. A beautiful ghost and a ghost of a shopper. I told him you're fine with a practiced cold grin, while the fire of us started burning my skin. I used to shout it from the edge of the roof, a permanent yes to a how. Yeah, your name is a secret now. I've scrubbed all the digital traces away, deleted the threads from a sun-drenched day. But when I'm alone and the shadows get long, I hear the first syllable sharp and so wrong. I start to speak it to the empty front seat, then swallow the letters, bitter and sweet. It's a ghost on the tip of a trembling tongue, the air in a lung that was never quite sung. If I say it out loud, will the walls start to shake? Will the fine and the okay finally break? Is it a lie if I keep it inside, or just a dark corner where I have to hide? It's 4 little letters, a few little sounds that define all the borders of my battleground. Say it in bed, I keep it in the static in the back of my head. It's a holy confession, a forbidden sound that I'm burying deep in the cold hard ground. From a lover to a whisper, from a yes to a how. Yeah, your name is a secret now. Skyline shrinking in the rearview glass, watching the miles and the memories pass. I've got the heater on high, but I'm still shivering under the weight of the silence I'm delivering. I usually call you when I hit the state line, to tell you I'm tired, to tell you I'm fine. But the phone's in the console, dark as a stone, and I'm realizing fine is just being alone. Every exit sign is a chance to turn back, to jump off this cold and this one-way track. But I know the destination hasn't changed, just the person inside has been rearranged. It's the long drive home to an empty home, watching the headlights dance on the wall. I'm chasing the white lines, I'm chasing the ghost of the version of us that I needed the most. The engine is humming low, steady wide underneath the hollow in a starless sky. It's a marathon of sorrow, a bitter chrome, lost in the middle of the long drive home. That truck stop where we used to stay, to stretch out our legs and wash off the day. I saw a couple laughing by the vending machine, and I felt like a glitch in a beautiful scene. The coffee is bitter, the radio's weak, I've got the salt of a year on my cheek. I'm steering through wreckage, I'm shifting the gears through a windshield that's blurry with all of the slowing down as the driveway appears, tallying the miles and tallying the years. I'd drive forever if it meant I could stay. And then before, that's just 100 miles away. It's the long drive home to an empty home, watching the headlights dance on the wall. I'm chasing the white lines, I'm chasing the ghost of the version of us that I needed the most. The engine having a low, steady whine underneath the hollow in a starless sky. It's a marathon of sorrow, a bitter crow, lost in the middle of a long drive home. I'm down on my knees in the center of the hall, gathering fragments that are too small to call by the names that we used when the world was in bloom. Now they're just jagged edges in a cold, quiet room. I found a shot of the night we stayed up till the dawn, and a sliver of always that's officially gone. It's a puzzle with edges that no longer fit, and I'm bleeding from trying to make sense of it. I've got a dustpan full of could-have-been hours, sweeping up starlight and withered up flowers. I try to glue the I love you back to the stay, but the adhesive is salt and it's washing away. I'm holding a heart in pieces, a handful of glass, watching the ghost of our happiness pass. It's a mosaic of sorry, and where did we go? A map of a person I no longer know. I'm trying to carry the weight of the break, but every vibration is a physical ache. Yeah, it's a beautiful ruin, a shattered release, trying to live life with a heart in pieces. I put a piece in my pocket, the one about June, when we danced in the kitchen to a crackling tune. But it cuts through the fabric, it cuts through the pride. There's no way to keep all this wreckage inside. I saw your reflection in a sharp silver bit, then I dropped it and watched the light scatter and quit. I'm a collector of ruins, a keeper of cracks, waiting for a feeling that isn't coming back. If I put put them all back, would it look like a heart? Or just a reminder of falling apart? The seams are too deep and the cracks are too wide to hold any warmth or any secret inside. I'm a stained glass window with no light behind, just a mess of the memories I'm trying to find. The piano bench is cold, the room is getting dark. I'm looking for the embers of a long extinguished spark. We wrote 1,000 pages, we sang 1,000,000 bars, but now we're just a distance between two dying stars. I've got my fingers on the ivory, trembling in light, trying to find the resolution to the middle of the night. The melody is tired, the harmony is thin, and I don't know where the ending is supposed to begin. I'm holding my breath for a change in the key, for a sudden modulation that brings you back to me. But the staff is getting shorter and the ink is running dry underneath the heavy pressure of a winter-colored sky. It's the final note, one that hangs in the air, the sound of a question that's no longer there. A lonely vibration, a beautiful ache, the last little piece that I'm allowed to break. It's not a crescendo, it's not a big scene, just a quiet goodbye and the space in between. I'm letting it ring till the silence is remote. I'm letting go. The final note. I remember the bridge where we thought we'd never fall. Now I'm just a shadow leaning back against the wall. The sheet music is scattered like leaves on the floor, and I can't hear the music in your voice anymore. I used to know the rhythm of the way you used to breathe before you tucked the exit strategy inside your sleeve. Now the metronome is clicking like a heart that's out of time, searching for a reason or a lyric or a rhyme. Does a song even exist? in a room with 4 white walls, waiting for a ghost that never calls. I took the pictures down, I scrubbed the floor, but I can still see your shadow by the door. I've got a suitcase full of used to be, in the mirror showing someone I don't see. I used to be a we, I used to be a pair. Now I'm just a heartbeat gasping for air. The calendar is blank, ink is dry. I've run out of reasons and I've run out of why. I'm standing at the edge of a brand new map, with a mountain to climb and a soul in a trap. I'm starting over from zero, back at the start with nothing but the static of a broken heart. No good mornings, no, how was your day? Just a wide open silence that won't go away. I'm a flickering candle in a heavy rain, trying to find a version of me without the pain. It's a long way to go, it's a heavy road to roam when you're starting over from zero. I went to the store to buy coffee for one. It felt like a crime that I had already begun. I didn't know which brand to pick from the shelf, 'cause I've forgotten how to look after myself. I've got a new phone number, a new set of keys, but I'm still brought down to my shaking knees by the scent of a stranger walking